We are live.
Hey everybody.
Going. We are
It's going
showing
good
off
on my
the,
side.
Showing off the cube. So this is. Oh, I didn't hear. Let's go back. It is 55.63 UMB currently.
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
Pretty big. And it's gonna get even bigger, obviously. Because we're not even halfway done with it.
Yeah, we're almost halfway.
I guess we're about halfway done, right? Because you have the remote base built, right? That's a good portion of it.
It's halfway done. I'd say it's like 48%, 49%. This base alone.
Well, this base, okay. So, because I include the remote base as part of the whole project. So that part is... So if you include that plus this, you're definitely more than 50% done, right?
But let's see how it is loading. It's only me and Jack right now, but I'll see.
They've made some performance enhancements to the game, and it's been a while since we've tested this out, and
there it is.
Yes, it's been a while since we've tested it out, and we just kind of wanted to see where we're at with it, and also see if the enhancements.
Visual bug on the screen. I think that was from the other base.
We gotta fix a couple pixels. That's about it. But
it's just
you guys will get the idea.
Memory cell that's causing all that problem.
I'm watching it from my base load.
I'm in the eye.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see you. There it is.
Boom.
Almost loaded for me. There we go.
This is the cube. Oh, it's still not.
Yeah, it's gonna take a second. There we go.
This is the cube next to the resource hub to give you scale. It's pretty big. I don't math. I'll have to read on it, but I think the total after we buy everything is gonna be like 8 million, maybe more. Probably put a good 4.
Yeah, I thought we were close to 10, but
10.
We'll have to do the math again.
No, we probably put a good like 6 because of all the screens. We already bought all the screens. This is the outside. It's gonna be all 4 sides, just not done yet. Then go inside. This is all the brains and the mess too. So this is the it's kind of like the CPU / GPU kind of.
It's a receiver because it also receives stuff from a remote base, right?
No,
but it also
this centerpiece doesn't receive anything over here that receives.
Where's that?
So
well, yeah.
This is the only thing that receives.
Okay.
I'll just pop out. Oh no! Can you send that cache over? We're transferring cache from main base to this one, so we can fund our. But yeah. So this is all the receivers that just they receive the info from the other base and.
Yeah, so there's a remote base that you actually can design the image on, right? That goes on each side of this, and then he can send it over here, and I guess this is where it goes.
Kind of. So this is just when you're broadcasting it, I guess you could call it. It's just sitting here between, kind of on these relays, and then if you want to store it, right now we only have one memory cell. Like memory block, I guess you could call it. Cell, because memory block, cluster, whatever you want to call it. And when you select which one, which is just this one, that's reset. So you can kind of set which one you want to read or write it to. This one, so you can set memory block 1, and then you can reset it with this command, and then this one is how you display it. I'm showing the values, but it's pretty simple. The memory block wise, all it does is just when it's receiving, it goes here, it waits here until you tell it what memory block to save it to, and then it will push it to this side, and then if these are all empty, then it will just write it automatically. And then if you want to display it, all you do is just go straight out to the relay, and it goes to the transmitters, and then it gets a little bit more. So transmitters go to like this central transmitter here to split it between, and I'm actually working on fixing it because of that. I think it's this one here that's causing the issue, so I'm redoing the whole layer. But this one splits it to 2 here, and this one, and then these tethers just split it to another 2. So this one splits it over to this side over here, and then that one splits it to these, and these are just different screens. So it's going from one and using the same display for all 4, like the same info for all 4. And then if you want to write to a screen, you have to tell this here, this little block, which screen you want to display it to. Right now it's on screen 4, which I think that one. Have to put it to 2. Oh, maybe it's. I forgot. It's been a while since I've. But year 1. Okay, so yeah. So this screen, which is so this one is 4. I don't know why it's set to 4 right now, but it's set to 4. But yeah, so that's what this does. This just like splits the data into 4 of the exact same. And then this is where it kind of just shoots the signal over to the screen. So it's still not doing anything too fancy. It's just taking it and storing it in these cells. So that's like a temporary, like it's kind of like your RAM in a way for the screens. So it's storing the signal in these blocks, and then that signal is just constantly going out to the screens. And then up here is where it deciphers all the memory cells and splits it into 6 different pixels. So it takes it and it will take it from this one, and then it will split into 6 different pixels. So each memory cell, this is where it starts to get confusing, but each memory cell goes from like it can store 6 pixels worth of information. And that's because we wanted to have the full spectrum of color. Yeah. If we wanted to have less, I mean, there was a way where I think what did I have it? 5 memory cells could store the entire screen or something crazy like that. Because in the number interface, what was it? The number interface has like a certain value that you can have it. It used to.
Like a max value?
Max value, yeah. It had a max value of like something crazy. And if we kept it in grayscale, like 1 to 10, I could have stored in, it might have been even 1. It might have been one memory cell, but I could store like an insane amount of info in one. Or if we wanted it to be, because this is 24 by 24 pixels, if we wanted it to be like 1 pixel is actually just one value, because this is 6 by 5
Yeah.
by 5. So these are 5 by 5 pixel densities. But if we wanted it to be 1 pixel for each value, it would have been really cool. But
Yeah, that would have been
it's
cool.
a little crazy. That would have been a lot of work.
It's already a pretty epic project, right? Like, I mean, it's, obviously the size is huge.
On the size of what, 2 pixels?
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, it's.
Hey, did we post this the live in typical developers
Yeah.
or?
It's
Okay, cool.
posted every-
All right, cool.
But yeah, so it's a massive project. This was going to be kind of like a museum in here, but then we kind of dropped that idea.
Well, I think
because of
obviously
the-
with everything, it's already taken up a
Yeah.
lot of resources, so we
Well, it's
figured
just-
it should probably just be the
it's just
cube.
so hard to run.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking of like having the inside be like an arcade, where like
Oh, yeah,
the
that'd be kinda cool.
inside would have been more screens.
Yeah.
But we dropped it because of the performance. I mean, now it probably still can crash public servers. But this
Yeah.
was crashing our private server.
Yeah. Neither
Pretty
I couldn't load
consistently.
on. I couldn't load on with another base.
No, like it was bad.
It would crash. Sometimes it would like last for a little while, but then like it would just crash.
Well, and this was during
far.
the logic just
Yeah,
randomly
they-
disappearing. So we just stopped entirely at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, because my base, all the wires disappeared in my base.
We thought it was because
Literally.
of the cube. We thought it
And
was
then-
like a
Yeah.
issue of loading, where like his base loaded in slower and then crashed, and it didn't save the logic.
Well, but
That's
then we
what I thought.
realized it wasn't that.
Yeah.
And then because other people had experienced a similar issue. But then we got scared to load this in because we didn't. Could you imagine losing all the wires that you? Oh my gosh! Couldn't imagine if that happened on the space. Because
would've
I think
dropped
we had that screen done. I think that it was like when we were starting this screen or something. I can't remember exactly when, but we had a lot of wires already in
It
place.
was a decent.
And
It wasn't much less than.
yeah,
Like I
So,
really didn't
'cause
work on it much.
yeah, we haven't put a whole lot since then. So, but we plan on it, especially if it's gonna be fairly stable while we're working on it.
Not too bad. I don't know. what
Seems
I'm running
okay.
at.
Now, what's your FPS when you look up here? Because that used to go crazy.
40 if I'm 33 if I'm
Oh.
like, looking around a ton, but if I'm just like in one spot.
I want to feel like we
41?
should go back and watch our original stream, because our original stream that we had, our very first one, I think, had the cube in it, and I
It was,
want
like,
to
5
say
hours.
yeah, we streamed for a long time, but it was like a testing stream. But anyway, we had fun doing it. But
Yeah.
I think in there it talked. We should go back and look at what the frame rate was then.
Yeah, I think
Because if it's
I
better-
did the same thing.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
I
if it's
said
better, they have also added stuff to the game too.
that. Right.
That's my concern.
They've added a
like,
lot.
If they keep adding stuff, it might just make the performance go down.
Well, I mean,
So far,
as
it
long as
hasn't,
they.
really.
No, it really hasn't. I haven't noticed that. And this seems a lot more stable than it was when we stopped working on it for a while.
Yeah.
Because that's why we stopped working on it. It was starting to get
It
unstable.
just got annoying. Like I would be working on stuff and it would just stutter.
Yeah.
Like
And obviously, when you're dealing with this many wires, stuttering is not a good thing. Because you got to be precise.
yeah, I mean, you don't have to be insanely precise, but like if I cross one of these ones,
Right. And
I mean,
but
you
if
can
you're
already see it on the cube, like
right, but if you're not precise, it takes a long time to figure it out. Because look how many wires, right?
yeah.
It's not always super easy to figure out where the pixel's going wrong.
I mean, it could be one of like 4 places.
Right.
Cause it to.
But then you gotta like, okay, which pixel is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, like count over and then jump up here and then.
I
Yeah.
really need a I need one that I'm gonna count. Same one. Actually, no, it won't be the same because I didn't. All right. I just wanted to make sure I was connecting them and
Yeah.
it was even. 'Cause if it wasn't, I have to restart it again. But I forgot what we were talking. What was the?
We were just talking about the performance of it. Yeah, I mean, so far it seems pretty stable. That's really all I wanted to kind of check today was just see how stable it was while we both logged on because my other base isn't.
Public. Or if
You
people want to
try
join
that?
us, I want to get this done first.
Yeah, not sure anyone's really watching right now, but you want to get all those wires connected.
I mean, I don't.
So, what do you think
mind,
about the new
like,
UI
doing this.
updates?
I don't hate it. It's like I can't really notice it, except for like in the truck.
Well,
Or
the
I
mini
guess
map.
looking at things. The mini map.
So I like the mini map. I like the UI changes actually. I like most of all of them. I do have a complaint about the mini map though. I wish you could see the people playing and the mini map at the same time.
Yeah.
Can't. You gotta hide the mini map to see who's on.
You know what? A
And then-
really cool idea went through my head was if
What's
they
that?
can make it so when you're holding the, and they might have. I haven't tried it yet, but when you're holding the metal detector,
Mhm.
it pops up on the mini map showing you what's around you.
Oh,
That
you
would
mean
be
like
cool.
ore? All the ore that's there?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? And like it
Huh.
already does, right? Like it already tells you what's around you. If you could see it on your mini map, it just displays like a little circle around you.
But like, okay, so it's not the whole map as long
No,
as you're
no,
wearing
no,
it. It's just within a certain radius. I could see that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Let's
I'd like
jump
that.
in,
Or maybe it's like a better like another metal detector, right? It could be a more enhanced metal detector. So if you want, you know what I mean? Or it's like you can upgrade your metal detector, kind of like the material gun, to where you could buy that enhancement or something for like Robux.
I should have done this. I have to fix the stuff. That's gonna be.
I don't think we're going to be doing any of the logic today.
I am now.
It's hard to like get into this and not do something, right?
I just kind of messed myself up though. So.
Well, yeah, and this is definitely one of those things that you got to focus on. It's hard to I could see it being hard to stream and do all this, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe one of these days, one of your next days off, we'll grind some time out here and try to get that second screen connected.
Oh yeah.
Like completed, I guess. Yeah. That would be cool. And so, on the other base that you have, the remote base, I can't remember if I know we talked about it, but I can't remember if we did it. Have the ability to store images, so you can create one, store it, send it, or not. And didn't we have the ability to store a couple?
One.
Just one image right now? Okay. I think we definitely need to consider doing more. Well, because one would be on the base and you'd clear it and have another one. Yeah.
Like you could store one, you can store and send one, and then you can store another one. But then if you wanted to send that one, you'd have to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we should consider having like at some point, obviously when we get done with this part, adding. Is there any way? Is it fairly easy to expand the memory part of that so you could store an image and send it?
Not easy, but it's not difficult. Like it's just a lot of work.
Just tedious, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should consider doing that because it would be kind of cool to have a couple images stored, right?
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to build one, right? Like, you know, I think it would be kind of cool. Like we could have our logo and then like, a couple other, you know, like
Yeah.
another image or like, for instance, if we wanted to like jump on one of Brick's streams and like put his logo big up on those in the middle of the plot, like middle of Oaklands,
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool, right?
That might be really difficult because I don't know.
Well, it'd be hard just because right now
Well,
performance, right?
no, not even performance. Like the his logo isn't. We made our logo
Well,
to match.
yeah. Well, I guess what I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily logo. It could just be a big brick, right? Or like,
Yeah.
could be anything that represents brick. Could be we could put a goblin on there or something, or anybody's really.
Follow this up, but we shall see.
Well, the typical developer's logo, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Oakland's logo, the O.
Yeah.
Anyway, got my mind going, right?
Think we're
But
good.
anyway, it'd be kind. Yeah. You
Well,
mean fix
on
the?
that, what I just
Gotcha.
missed.
Forgot literally that's all that's on the space is logic. And I guess a few
You can
walls.
process.
What's that?
You might be able to process some things, but I forgot what we had on this.
I don't see anything to process. We started building this before they even came out with basement, so I don't even know what's
It would have
underneath
been
this
so
thing.
nice to have all that space.
Right?
I would
Right?
have had all of my.
It would have been a
logic
lot
just
different
underneath.
project. Yeah.
I wish they didn't
just-
even like tell us about basements. I
Yeah,
would've
that
just
wasn't
put this
something
off
that we
until
even. I
basements
mean, I'm grateful that they did it, but
Yeah.
it was definitely a surprise.
But
Maybe they did. I don't know. I just didn't
I don't-
see it, I guess.
this was like not long after the logic update. It was
Yeah, and it's before they started doing the roadmap thing that they did, which I like. Obviously, I'm coming
Well,
from my background, I help
I think
teams
it was-
build roadmaps, so
yeah, I think it was before they released it to us. I think they had it going on.
the roadmap. Yeah,
Yeah.
before that's what I mean. Before they made it like a public facing thing. And I'd imagine they have their own like that's more of their idea roadmap. I would imagine that they keep track of their tasks and work
I think that's
on a board of some sort.
I think that's their board. Just the way that they talk on it makes it seem
Huh. Yeah, I'd love to learn their like
process.
development process. Like, do they have product owners? Do they have scrum masters? Do they follow any sort of like philosophy or framework or anything like that? Like, are they agile? I got lots of questions.
Yeah.
But obviously that's just what I do, so. But I am curious, obviously, because I do help teams like that in the development world. But so I'm curious how they do things. What's their development process? I've never worked with like game development. I've done mobile apps and websites, and now obviously I'm with engineers. I'm not even on the development team, so. But anyway,
All right.
yeah. So is that it? Do we want to jump to another? Do you want to load your other base, or you want to continue doing stuff on here? No. Okay.
Right.
Whoa. Scary. Oh my gosh.
Screen on display. What is happening?
Uh-oh. See, that was scary. M1D.
Or are these all? I have to. Okay, 1 second.
I also want to do the test out the trading thing with you too. I haven't tested that. I mean, we tried. So apparently, you can get a. Maybe this is one thing we should bring up to the developers, but you can apparently get the trading badge.
Oh yeah,
if you
can
confirm
trade nothing.
confirm an empty like if you trade nothing. So like if you just start the trade process and you hit confirm, you both hit confirm, you get the badge. You don't even have to trade anything. So I'm sure other people have figured it out by now, but
I guess
probably
you do get to see the design. Sorry, go.
Oh, are you loading it?
I mean, these reset for some.
Huh. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So yes, where are you loading it?
Where are you?
Back. Oh, I can't remember where that was. Okay.
Oh, and you can still get the Easter badge right now. Because I just got it.
Easter badge?
Yeah. The 2025 Easter badge.
Oh, for just playing during the Easter event?
Yep.
Really? Interesting. Well, hurry up and get your badges while you can. I'm sure that's going to go away soon.
Freaks out. Doesn't like the cube. Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't think it's displaying anything. I'll show you how it works now, I guess. I tried to display it and I'm like, of course. I think I was messing around with it and it just...
Well, it's been so long too since we've looked at it that...
Yeah. Or it could have reset all the memory cells. I have no idea.
Oh. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? It's actually been probably even longer since we've loaded this base in.
Yeah. So this is the design base. Please load without crashing. I think it crashed.
Where did you... Oh, yep.
Server crashed.
I think so.
No, server.
The cube is yeah, it crashed. Well, there you go. That's our limitation.
Yeah. Not really. We had both of them logged in at the same time. I think your base has to be last. I am going. I have to. Sure, I'm gonna go on because should be good. Sometimes it takes a second for it to load up, but it's good. No, it's cube design base. That is loaded. Watch this load from the inside now. Oh, a little weird because the ground loads last, so you kind of fall through the sometimes. Set in a second. Cool. Pop this one. You from this side.
All right.
Don't load in yet.
Yeah, I'm not. I see
Cube
the
is
stream.
still taking its. I think it's stable now. Stable. Just 1 second while I have both of these up. I'm gonna show how this works. So
yeah, let's
this
do that.
guy, it's a mess because I didn't think anyone would see it, but everyone's seeing it now. So
Well, you know what? Whose base isn't a little bit messy? Well, honestly, there's been a couple people I'm like, wow, dude, your base is like pristine. Organized.
But yeah, so this I will simplify it because I really don't even know how it works. Because I built it and then
well, it's been so long ago, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like I could figure it out, but whatever. These buttons,
and it wasn't something we necessarily built that we thought people would see, but the more people we've shown a few people, and they all seem pretty interested in the remote base. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
I just think it's cool. Well, once you see the cube, and then you realize that the image gets to the cube via a remote base, like that's just even cooler.
Yeah. So
I think
this is the remote base. Basically, just a tiny version of the cube, and it's just one screen. So, all this stuff is basically what the cube does. It just, like right here, it just separates all of them, and then separates it even further on these ones. And then these also store it temporarily on this side, not on this side. So it's a little different from the cube. But it's so you can also reset just certain like specific clusters of
pixels.
Instead of having to reset the entire screen.
Which is nice, right? Like
yeah.
so you mess up one spot.
Instead of resetting what 14,000
yeah
pixels, you reset 6.
Yeah.
Maybe not 14,000.
Yeah.
I think it's 1,400. You reset 6, so not as bad.
Right. That's yeah.
And then this is just the one storage. I can store more, but right now it's only doing one.
Yeah, I feel like we should definitely do more, especially if we're able to get it. You know, hopefully we get it to a point where we can show it off, even if it's on a stream. Like I still think it's going to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, but yep, this is the storage for it. This is how it sends it to. It's broadcasting right now, so yep.
So how do you know it's broadcasting right now?
I just look
just
at
because you know, or
just look at the numbers here, and if they're all
oh, I see.
But yeah, because they'll just look at like zeros, like these are just zeros because I'm not constantly writing to them, so it would be 0. But yeah, so this is already broadcasting. The little panel up here, actually, I might have it over here because I was redoing stuff, but this should stop it from broadcasting. If I turn that off, actually, yep, I could tell because of the lag. That's hilarious. That's probably why it crashed. Because
I was broadcasting.
Well, I was basically connecting 2 bases with logic, you know?
Yeah.
So it was loading both sides. But yeah, you can feel a little hiccup like that looking around right here. But now it's sending the signal out. And I am inside the cube. But
so go look at the image on the is that image correct?
That one
on the remote base? So then So can you just resend the image over, or was it
I
just
am.
because there was some?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Uh,
Yeah, I will show you exactly, and you guys try to mess with it while it's here. I have it set up so only I can reset and set and all that. But I did have a good idea where I might rebuild or build another version of this, or show
the
you how
cube
to.
or the
No,
remote base?
the remote base. And if people wanted to make pictures to send over to us,
Oh,
they can
that'd be
make a
kind of
picture.
cool.
They know exactly how. Now it's going to be insanely like not complicated, but
Inexpensive.
it's going to be expensive, and it's going to be like very tedious.
That would be a pretty epic challenge,
Yeah.
right? For
But
once we do get more viewers, hopefully.
yeah, but then you can make images, and if we like, we'll go through them and make sure that they're appropriate and stuff.
Appropriate.
But
Well, I would hope that, like, if they want to get on the cube and they put that much time and effort into it, they would make sure that it was appropriate, right?
it takes a long time to. I mean, once you build it, you still have to make the images.
The image, yeah,
So-
you still have to make the image. It doesn't come with it, yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I was thinking. But yeah, it's the
And your
right
control
one.
panel's pretty cool too. Like, I think you made a pretty cool control panel in order to, like, draw stuff on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this shows you like which one you're selecting. This is the color you have selected. You can select you fabbed colors. Like if you want a color palette, you have all these that you can use. But yeah,
Yeah, no, it's very cool.
I like this more. That's how it displays it. And honestly,
Yeah.
my favorite part on this base is how cables look on this side.
Satisfying, yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Like
I like
all
looking
these.
up at the cube too, like, because everything's so symmetrical
Yeah.
that, you know, it's just kind of satisfying. Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't look like wires. It looks like you, like, made a little
Carpet.
paved area
Yeah.
or something, you know, like tiled it, or
All of these are each
all individual
wire.
wires.
Actually, you can't see individual wire because it's so compact.
Right, like, but you can imagine.
But yeah, you can see them up here. Like this is
It's
so
crazy.
cool. But yeah, so it's broadcasting. So if I go over here, I can show that nothing's in here. It's not sending and nothing's here. So if I go M1 set, boom, now it's set. So now I can go over here and just turn this broadcast off. Boom, now it's off. So it's not as laggy. Over here it's a little not sending anything. So here it's not getting anything on these, but I have all the memory here. And now, can I type when I'm in this? If I go, make sure it's on screen 1, and then /M1. Boom. And I fixed it. Now it looks correct.
Now it's good.
So I can show you on this one. So,
Nice.
so /screen 2 /screen 2 reset /M1 display. So basically what I said was go over to screen 2, reset screen 2, and then display module 1 display is what M1 be.
Nice.
So now all we have to do for this one is to hook up the little splitters and the receivers. That's it.
Nice. You're getting me wanting to put some wires in place.
It's pretty simple.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't think a stream is a good time for that.
I'm actually.
because it's like the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, and we don't have anything
But
to
let me know.
talk about. You can jump in.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see what happens. This will be a good test, right? Both of them loaded in already.
Yeah. I honestly think that base is bigger than your base right now.
What base?
The
Oh, the remote base?
remote base. I just because of how much logic takes up, I think it
Yeah.
might be a bigger
Oh.
size than your base.
Very well could be.
Yeah, and this is the remaining logic of what I was gonna have the display on this side too, like in this base, and I am glad I
yeah.
didn't, 'cause-
Well, yeah, and we honestly didn't do that thinking. I think we did that just because we wanted to kind of have it hidden.
yeah,
Not
I
sure
didn't
why
want it
exactly.
constantly.
We
Well,
did-
I didn't want to load in the entire base just to work on
The image, yeah.
like just to display stuff for the cube. So I was like, you know what? Set this up on your base real quick, and I put the receiver on his base and linked it up to a LCD display, and then came over to mine and pressed a button on this
Yeah.
side, and I saw it flash on his base. And I'm like, whoa! So it ended up being perfect because this would have been at like 70 UMB.
Yeah, it'd be way too big, and with everything going on that base, obviously it crashed this base when it loaded in because of the broadcasting. So yeah, I think it was a good call either way. Plus, I think it's just cool, right? Like you can remotely send the image from another base on the server. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm actually glad
cube.
that I fixed it. If that didn't work, I didn't know what. I think it would have been between the memory cell on the.
Well, yeah, because it was just like we logged in one day and it was off.
Yeah, like I just sent it again, and it was like I reset it and sent it.
I wonder if it's something that may happen like during its loading or something. I don't know.
I think wires got I did something. Wires got crossed, and it was doing something weird. I honestly think what happened.
Hey, when the wires get crossed.
Like 2 were going into 1.
Oh.
So like
could have been.
I think that's what.
And I haven't messed with any of this stuff over here, so I know that wasn't me. Now up here, maybe you can blame any of that on me.
I don't think.
But
I think the only thing that happened was like dead pixels. Like you just didn't connect one of the.
Yeah, like I missed a couple.
Like this cluster, but nothing like catastrophic.
And those are pretty easy to tell if you go out and check every so often, right?
Yeah,
like you do a couple rows, go out and check, right?
There's a reason why we. Is it not going up? Oh, did my. Oh, my other base. Oh. No, I think it's been 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Nope, or it crashed.
Yeah, I'm thinking because it's a little slow. Yeah. Oh, we all crashed. Yeah, so there we go.
So elevators don't like to be.
Well, I just think it's with my base and your base and the remote base and. Yeah.
But.
So.
I was actually gonna go work on. No. No, we don't. I know probably none of you are watching, but typical developers, if you're needing me to stress test your servers, I'd love to. Like, I would have had this cube just sat on the ground. It does look cool. Oh, it's for the wiki. For the wiki. Yeah. Should be good to load. Fine. Yeah. It's getting the average. Yeah. Oh,
Relatively difficult
it
or
didn't
not?
switch over.
What didn't?
Just a B-rip.
Oh,
Nothing too. Are you loading back in or?
yeah, I'm already in.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. Well, and I guess another reason why I kind of wanted to test out the cube today is, with the last update, this one that they just had, was it yesterday or a couple days ago, I guess. They had some enhancements, performance enhancements, and I don't know. I was playing around in my base, and I was like, wow, it seems like things seem actually really smooth right now. Like it seemed like the game was running really, really well. Not that it ever had really like I mean, we've had performance issues, right? Like
Well, the
lag.
cube,
Everyone gets lag, but it just seemed extra smooth for whatever reason. So I was like, oh, I wonder. We should probably look into testing out the cube to see how stable it is. Seems a little bit better, but not notably because obviously we still can't have the three bases and do anything. We can walk around all day maybe, but don't use an elevator.
yeah. Yeah.
But it's definitely gotten a little better, I think. Where are you at? You up in the sky? No, I know, but where in the cube? I don't see you.
Go up the elevator.
Oh. Are you on it? Or are you using the eyeball? Oh, you must be on like a podium. I can't actually use your elevator. Speaking. Yeah, and I wanted to try the trading too. Like, let's try that before we go, even if it's just something simple.
Actually,
Doesn't matter.
Go
Just
over
be
to
anything.
your base and trade me my items back.
Oh, yeah, the items that you
Yeah.
left over there.
I will trade you
That works.
for all of them.
Oh, you know what? Actually, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll do that later. Just make sure you're standing somewhere because the box lands on your head unless you buy there's a little like
the receiver or whatever.
render box or whatever that you can put on your base for it. All right, so we go into perms. Click on your name. I click trade. It sends you a request. You just accept it. So now I'm gonna let's see. So we can send cash to. Oh, that's how we should have done it, I guess. But anyway, I already sent you that.
Cash.
So I click the material gun. I'm kind of liking the UI.
Looks good.
Yeah, I like the.
How does like a ton of
green look.
same items look? Okay, they shouldn't do.
Do what?
If it's the same item, it should be more It should mess with the quantity.
Oh, like ×3, ×4. Yeah. Does it put it individually?
Yeah. See how it's like.
Well.
Also.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense because it's an well. I don't know.
If you're in this mode, you shouldn't be able to pick things. But I will say too, because I am launching these meteor cores everywhere.
Yeah.
I trade an entire tree.
Yeah. Trade a what?
A tree. Oh, maybe.
Oh, like.
Might be able to.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should definitely not be able to pick things up. I would.
No, I can give you a tree.
Yeah, I think you can give all kinds of stuff.
That's a tree, I guess.
Come over here, like before you click confirm. Or do you have to be on your base to click confirm? Like once you get it, because I want you to like see it on the stream how it renders on my head. I guess because you're only gonna get a couple things. I'm gonna get piled with stuff. I think.
Ready?
So.
You confirm first.
Confirm.
Okay, it's just check mark and then it waits for 3 seconds, and then confirm.
Oh, it's just it's a big box.
Checked. Look like for you.
Just a box right now.
Checked him.
Okay, so unbox. I wish it said like how many things were in it. Like kind of cool if it like you hovered over and it was like, because, I mean, I guess you kind of know, but if you didn't want to open it right away.
Just the tree.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, a lot easier.
Because then you like you.
Whoa.
Well, because then you can trade things with
Hold
people.
on.
What?
Do I have to be on my base?
What? Yeah, I think you have to be on your base to accept a trade, or to click on items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to click on something.
This is yours.
Huh? I don't know what you're doing.
Now
Trade cancel. Okay.
Okay. It has to be.
What are you trying to do?
Teleport trees from the.
Oh. Yeah, you can't add it unless you're on your base. I think you physically have to be on your base. What are you trying to do right now? Caden? I can't hear you if you're talking. Hey, bud. Hello.
That.
Oh, I didn't know you went away. I didn't hear you said. Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, but we could go down the lava area and teleport things up top.
Oh, I see. That would have been cool. But that's why you got to be on your base. Probably. They were thinking there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try though. I wonder maybe. Ooh, try it if it's in your truck. Like, put stuff in the truck.
I have.
Like drive it off your base though. I don't think it's gonna work, but it's worth a shot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't add it. And if you're in your truck, can you click things on your base?
It can't even be. Okay, like.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
But
but if I
put
take
that.
it off my base, oh, it does.
No, no. Wait, what?
Now I can take it off my base.
I wonder if it's off your base and somebody accepts. What happens? We should test that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go. You stay off your base. We'll just trade a media core for a media core.
We don't have to trade it for anything.
Yeah, but I want to try it. I want to try an actual trade. All right. And let me get off my base. And I'm going to take the item off my base too. Guess I can't now. Or
Yeah,
can I?
Click it.
Well, I'm wearing my fusion coil. So I can't. But anyway, I'll get off my base. And yours is off the base, right?
In here.
Okay.
It's also connected to a truck, so we shall see.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting is it doesn't have that green highlight around it.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
For me,
So
it
like
does. You can't.
Oh,
see
for
it.
you it does? Okay, that's true. That makes sense. Never mind. Never mind. All right. Yeah, let's try it. So, ready?
Yep.
So you're off your base with an item that you clicked while you were on your base.
Yep.
And I'm just on my base with an item I clicked on my base.
Yep.
So we're gonna test
Are you
this
gonna be
out
on
and just
the
see
base?
what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on the base. Yeah.
You accept, then
Maybe-
I'll accept.
Well, let me go off the base because we already proved that it works while we're both on the base. So let's do it while we're both off. All right. Confirm.
An item is also.
Okay. So now let's just see if the
Okay.
item's in there. Is it in the back of your truck still?
It's no.
Nope. All right. Well, that's good news. There it is.
Oh, it
And did you
works.
get yours? Nice.
Huh.
That works.
Like finding a dupe glitch would be cool because then we can get a.
Well, we don't want.
No,
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
yeah,
finding
yeah.
it.
Not to expose it, but to
No.
like bring it to their attention. Yeah.
That'd be really cool to find, because then we could get a contributor badge.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was doing that test. I was like, I wonder. Those are
wonder
good tests to do, like, you know.
if we load the cube in or load another base in while we're trading, if it's gonna dupe it.
Oh, while it's loading?
While it's loading.
Huh.
Like, or because like we can pretty consistently crash it. You just have to load another base in. And you can crash.
Just gotta get on an elevator with 3
So-
bases loaded.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
hey,
just-
I'm down if you want to try it. I like testing regression
fine.
testing these things. Let's test it out. But
It's fine.
that was a good test.
I got an hour.
Okay.
But I want to do this.
Yeah. Well, my website's coming along good.
Yeah.
I know we don't usually talk about it on the stream, but I know you're also going back to work here tomorrow. And I won't talk to you for for a little while. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's coming along good. I've got the teams going. I've got so admins and users can create teams, add users to teams. And now I got the question library going. The admin can add questions, things like that. So next is I got to start building the assessment part to where users can build an assessment with the questions.
Nice.
So yeah, it's coming along really good. And I got my local development going well. Before I was like, not a great way to develop, but every time I'd make a change, I'd commit it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, send it to the repo, and then I'd go to my remote server and pull the commit down. So I was literally like, not a great way to do it. But I didn't want to. I guess I was impatient. Didn't want to spend time fixing my local environment to where like it emulates live. So like now I can just develop something, and it shows on my page. Right,
Nice.
I don't have to push it. I don't have to commit it and then push it to the server and then pull it down, all that crap. So.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a lot easier. So I don't, and I have it separated. So I built the login registration system first. So I have that now. I can use that as a baseline for anything else I build.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool. But anyway, it's going well. At some point here, probably in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna send you an invite. Have you help me test it out a little bit?
Yeah.
I've been the only one looking at it, and I could really use another set of eyes. All right, cool. So we did the trading. What else did we want to test out?
I grab the wire. I connect the wire.
Oh, let me look at the shop. We got 22 minutes left. I really love the storage bundles. I want to see how much yours are. I'm afraid to point it out on the live stream because mine seem to be pretty low. I don't know, like the storage bundle. Anyway.
It might be how much you buy. You get better discounts.
Yeah, I don't know. But my
You'd
price
think they
is
would
like.
just bring it up. But...
Well, you think they tell you somehow, like, hey, because you got a problem with Oaklands. You spent too much money. I don't know. I don't really spend that much, to be honest. But it is the only game I play, so. But I do like the storage bundle because I've gotten it for like 149 Robux, and it comes with 5 storage drawers, 5 mini ones, and a barrel. I don't care so much about the barrel, but the 5 storage drawers are like what 20-something thousand a piece.
Yeah.
So like right there, 5. That's 100,000 Oaklands, right? Oaklands money. And how much is it to buy 100,000 Oaklands? So
a lot.
125 Oaklands cash is 1,149. So it's 1,149 Robux, where you can buy, and then you
that's just 25 of the large ones, by the way.
Right, exactly. My point.
Yeah.
That's just 25 of the large ones. So I'm getting them for 149 Robux, dude. Like, I don't know if that's like a misprint.
5. 25 per, 21 per or something.
Yeah, 21 per, something like that. So like, you know, the storage bundle, you can get 5 of them for 149. Last one I got was 249. Now there have been
Yeah.
times where I've seen it higher, but I didn't realize that the prices fluctuated.
I didn't know they did either.
So like, the time it was 149 Robux, I bought like 5 of them.
Is there a
And I made
logic
sure.
bundle?
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm looking at it right now, actually.
What is it?
This one has, I don't know if there's different ones, but for almost 2,000 Robux, you get 10 buttons, switches, and sliders. So 10 of each of those. 3 speakers, 5 electronic billboards, 5 Hertz clocks, 2 joysticks, 3 commanders, 5 relays, and 12 other unique logic components. So
I wouldn't use most of that.
well, I wonder if they want
relays would
seems
be
like
nice.
they're yeah, it almost seems like they're gearing them or guiding them towards building something specific with that particular logic bundle.
Yeah.
But the button switches and sliders, it's nice to have a variety of those.
Yeah. Well.
Right. So then you get 10 of each. Right. True. So, but it's also good to support the developers too. You know.
I would just rather.
Even if the storage, I mean, there were times where the storage bundle was like $649 for me, and I still bought it. You know, because it's still, even at that price, it's still a deal, right?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. You know what? I want to try it again. Should I? The gifting the cash, we tried it with TeamView on his stream the other day.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. It will take your Robux, but it won't send the cash to the person.
I don't want to waste Robux.
Right. He tried it with himself, with his alt, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try it. I'll send him some, because it was only 49 Robux for 2,500 cash. It was just a test, really, and it still didn't go through. So it's like a double verification. He couldn't send it to his alt account, and another person couldn't send it to him. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if they fixed it. I would imagine.
See anything.
I don't know if I assumed it's been reported. I can't imagine that. Yeah, because even see right now, like in the chat, if you go to the chat, just gifted cash product, right? That person probably it didn't go through.
Probably not. I mean, you can try it.
And I have plenty. I mean, you and I just send cash to each other anyway, so you know what I mean? Yeah. For us, it's not worth. Now, do you have to be on the same server for that?
I don't know. It might just be a username type thing.
Well, I was almost going to be like, well, why? What would be useful about that? If you had to be on the same server, you could just send them cash you have. Well, what if you don't have, you just want to, you want to send them $1 million, you don't have it. But I was also thinking, if that worked, that'd be great for one of our ideas of a giveaway, right? If it was like $1 million, just for instance, $1 million Oaklands cash, we could just send them a gift it through Oaklands, you know? We didn't have to actually have the $1 million. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can do that. Just a thought.
If it works.
Yeah. Yeah, when it works.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to fix it, obviously. Can't imagine that's a super hard thing, right? Like, they've got everything. It takes the Robux. That seems like it would be the hardest part, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know much about game development, so. Are you just connecting things? I'm just chilling over here on my base.
Just connecting things. I'm trying to get the screen up and running.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, get the screen going?
Oh, like the rest of it, complete it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Really not far away.
no, it's almost half right now. Pretty much half.
Of this screen? No. It is much more than half.
Well, looking at it from here. Oh, well, what's showing?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, what's showing?
So like the
It's
work that
half.
is put
Yeah,
in
from the
is-
inside. Yeah, from the inside,
Yeah.
it's a lot different. Yeah.
Like you can see how high up I am.
Yeah, and I don't think we mentioned this, but so the Oaklands Cube, I think we mentioned it on our very first stream, but so it's inspired by the Vegas sphere. We were trying to
Yeah.
think of a cool, epic project we could work on, and that kind of came to my mind, and he kind of ran with it. So I was like,
He
cool.
He was like, "Can you do the sphere in Oakland?"
I'm like, it'd be kind of cool if we could do something like the
Oh.
sphere. And he's like, whoa, geez.
I
the more
told
he
him
thought
no
about
at first, and then
Yeah.
ran with ideas and was like, "Okay, maybe black and white we can do." And then I was like, "Well, maybe."
It just got more and more epic as we, I mean, and we even thought of more things we could add to it, like actually
Yeah, like games. and stuff we
making a
can do
move
stuff. Yeah.
across the 4 screens, right? Making games into it.
Now, is that possible right now? Absolutely not. Will it be possible? It's gonna be really hard.
Well, that
That
might
is
be
gonna be
another
like-
whole project.
that would be
That might
as
be like
big
the
as
Cube
the cube.
2.0.
That
Yeah.
would be as big as the cube. Because this isn't made.
Yeah.
This is made to display one.
Yeah.
It would have to be. Instead of having all these splitters, it would be one memory cube for each pixel, and that's how it would work.
Yeah, and that's if you wanted to do it that way. But like, I think I've seen other people build like games using separate images instead of building the image. They just use separate images,
they
right?
use a billboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is LCD.
Which is still cool, right? Which is still cool. But if
So
you can do
much
it on an
easier.
LCD,
Like,
yeah.
people will think this is an LCD until
They
you
look
show 'em
inside.
it's not.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
and it'd be a
not.
massive LCD. How big can you make LCDs? I guess you could stitch images together, maybe.
Yeah, you just stitch them. You just throw it to Photoshop. Scale it,
Just slice it out.
slice it, yeah. Scale it and slice it. That's all you have to do. Now, could I have done that? Yeah, 100%. But it's not as cool.
Not at this level.
Would have it already been done? Probably. It would have been
Yeah.
just
Probably
fine.
not as laggy either.
Not nearly
So
as
you know,
laggy.
maybe it was a better idea then, huh?
No,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
good. It's
Just
fine.
kidding. Oh, I like this project.
No, this
Yeah,
is...
somebody made a Flappy Bird game, which is
Yeah, I
pretty
saw
cool.
that.
You could actually play it in world.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to do something like that on this, but again, it would be very.
Ah.
At this point, it'd be very difficult.
I would have to rewire the entire... Well, I wouldn't have to rewire the entire thing, just the little cube down there. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I wonder if this
Well,
is the
and
biggest
that
logic
wasn't really our.
so far.
That wasn't really our objective either. I don't know. It's hard.
I don't know.
There's a lot
'Cause
of-
we started this, and it definitely was. Like, no one was posting
Well,
about
because we
anything as
started this
big.
like shortly after Logic came out.
Yeah,
right?
like they were still.
There
They
are
actually,
some.
the reason why I was able to make this is because they pushed out the splitters. Because the splitters
Oh.
weren't a thing when they first made the logic. So I saw the splitters, started messing around with them, and I was like, whoa, this is gonna be so much easier. Because that's when I was like, because I was actually messaged Hoover and was like, hey, can you open up the number splitter so the max quantity is actually the max quantity that can go through wires? And he said nothing to me, but
Yeah.
if he did that, I would have been able to do it the other way, but this way is it's cool. Just that way I could have done I could have put it into two like modes. Either it could be a colored mode where it would be the same pixel as the cube like it is now, or it could go into the black and white mode and every single pixel would have been 1-to-1. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But
a lot more work, but cool.
No.
You don't think so? Make it a 1-to-1 pixel?
No, because it's kind of the same thing. But all 6 of these, like the 25, like these, I think it's 25. So like what, 150? 150 pixels would have been clustered into one into
relay?
one memory cell.
Oh, memory cell.
So it literally would have been fine. All you'd have to do is just you would have to split it through the splitters, and that's where like it would have been about the same amount of work, just more logic,
but more flexible.
Yeah.
In the design, like designing images.
Yeah. That would have been better for like rendering stuff. Like this can't really render anything. All it does is just display. Like there's no computing to it. That one would have been better. It would have been easier to compute through it. I mean, this one I can make do that. I could probably get a simple like 3D square pop up, but also I think these can only update every second, which sounds fast until you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's not fast.
That's not fast at all. I'm like, the game's probably running at like 60 frames a second, which is updating the screen 60 times every second. So
yeah,
that kind of puts it into perspective how astronomically slow that would be, but also how laggy that would be.
I mean, even if you like go online and you submit something and it takes a few seconds, like
yeah,
you know, most people can tell that it's taking too long now. I remember when you could watch the image render on the screen.
Yeah,
like it didn't matter what your internet speeds were. Like it was like dial-up, you know.
You know what's funny though? And you know this, loading screens half the time are just aesthetic. Obviously, like you need to load it, but on like web pages, most of the time it's just aesthetic. So I saw this post and it was this guy that was getting complaints about how slow his page was. So he just made the little wheel spin faster. And he got no more complaints. So
yeah,
the little bar just ticked up faster, and that's all you have to do.
Well, for maybe the normal user, but you can also go into, you know, inspect element and see everything that you can actually see how long it's taking.
Yeah. Well, you can also see it on the bar, like on the top loading bar.
But like in inspect element, you can go into the network settings and see all the resources loading and how long it takes each resource to load.
What I mean is like, wait, no, it's at the bottom. at the bottom of the page, you can see like what is getting loaded. And you can just see when that stops.
Yeah.
Updating.
Well, the inspect element actually gives you like
Yeah, it shows you
milliseconds
exactly
and all
what it
like
is.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you could, if you knew what you were doing, you could be like, yeah, you just sped that up. You didn't actually speed anything. You just made that
Hey, that's
faster,
just an
dude.
image. You know that the Windows little loading thing. You know how it's like the circle that goes around and the dots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is all. It's like a text. Whatever the text, like is stored as. It's not like a video. It's not running. It's literally just like it's like you put like a period and then 2 periods and 3 periods. So it can run at like it has it's this probably means nothing to people, but it's like the most impressive like thought behind making a little loading bar, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see what you mean.
Well, because it's not it it doesn't take anything away from you actually loading your
Oh, you
computer.
mean just like the ones that show like dots instead of like graphical stuff?
No,
What do
the
you mean?
loading, you know when you turn on your computer, like you turn on a Windows computer and the loading
Yeah, like the
the
little
loading
dots that go
thing,
around.
yeah. That is all like text. That's not
Oh,
getting
yeah.
rendered or anything. And it's just
Yeah, that you can
impressive.
actually do that stuff with CSS now, even with
Yeah.
websites. You can, it could literally be just like, it doesn't have to be a video or a GIF, right?
Yeah.
It could just be CSS that's rendering that loading screen now. It's kind of cool.
It's nice because then it
Or
doesn't take anything away from your processing, like loading into
right.
the page.
Well, and a lot of them now use like JavaScript or some sort of client side language, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's running on your client, it's not running against the server. So if it's slow, it's because your client's slow.
Which I
You
mean,
know?
Chrome is. We're getting really technical. I mean, I guess it's a logic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You brought this on yourself for clicking into a logic stream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And sitting 2 hours,
Yeah.
an hour and a half into us.
Or, watching it later and fast forward through stuff.
Yep.
Been annoyed with us. I'm really just sitting here doing nothing on your base.
Yeah.
You're doing all the fun stuff.
I mean,
Just talking.
not too. It's the same thing. But
Yeah.
the end product is what makes it.
Yeah.
I usually throw on a video and just
go to town.
go to town.
Well, do you want to test it out now that you've got a few rows done?
No.
Or do you just want to get the whole... Oh, you're almost at the top, bro.
That's what
You got like, what, 3 more rows left? 2 more?
2 more. Well, kind of. Because I also... You see those stacks of receivers underneath me?
Mm-hmm.
I have to connect those up.
Yeah.
Too hard.
You connect those up to, like, little... What was it?
It's literally just... You see the little, like... On this,
yeah, over
on
here.
these, just on the splitters, there's just a... Right underneath it should be.
Yeah,
Well,
I see 'em.
No. All the way to the left. But, like, right there, where you're standing. Yeah, all those open dots are where you need to plug them into. But they're already, like, in the row that they are, that's where they need to be. They just go vertically. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah, I'll save that for you. I don't want to screw anything up. I think I know what you mean, but...
It won't take long. I mean, I can place them down, and then you can connect them, because literally just connect it to one, and then like connect the other one. It's 1 to 1. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm curious. Like, because they have so much going on in the game, right? They do have updates often. Like I want to know. Like, obviously, they're probably a remote team. Like, they probably not all in the same time zone or whatever, right? Not in the same office, so they probably work remotely with each other. Like, how often do they meet? Like, how do they plan things out? Like, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I'm
I think it
curious
just
about.
gets split up into
Well, but
separate
how do they
jobs.
mind map things, right? Like, how do they mind map things? Like, hey, we want to do a trading update. Well, how do you map it? Like, how do they sit down and map out that trading update? You
I
know,
think
like, do they just things
it
like
might
that?
be just like a.
I'm curious about, you know.
I don't think they put much thought into it. I think it's literally we want to do this. You are working on how the trading works. You are working on this.
I don't know. I
That's
bet
what it
there's
looks like.
more. Well, but that's what it looks like. But I can't. It's got to be a little more than that. You know,
Because it looks
it has to
like
be.
one person models, one person like I think Hoover does most of the scripting. Just because of the
Yeah,
streams I see.
but they have to have a shared understanding amongst, especially in that case, right? Because you have job roles split up. So like somebody, they have to know, like they have to have a shared understanding of what's going to be built, what it's going to look like, how data needs to interact with it, right? Like
Yeah.
they have to. So I'm curious, like what their process is, like how do they communicate with each other, how do they plan things out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do they estimate how long things are going to take, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to build something if you don't have a shared understanding of what, especially if you have one person building this part of it, one person building that part of it, you know? Like, so think of a back end versus a front end. Like the front end person would need to know the data points that they need to show on the front end, right? So if they're
True.
tapping into an API, they need to know like what data am I getting in that API? How is it gonna look when it comes on the page, right? Like things like that.
Yeah.
The workflow of something, right? Like the workflow of trading, like that, you know, that has to line up with the logic that they're building in place for it, you know?
Hmm. I was also thinking of another way to process and just tap into instead of having like another brain, you know that little cube on the bottom. Instead of having
Hmm?
another one of those, you just make well instead of remaking it, just make another one.
What do you mean?
So you can
Like,
render.
oh, I see. And you have all the space now in the basement, so
Yeah, that's what I
like
mean.
you could do that.
I might remake it anyways, but ones are go where?
Oh, we should like pause when we're streaming, you know, we should that's one of the nice things I like about the new time thing. You can pause what time of day it is.
Yeah, I was just
But it's kind of dark right now, so I'd wait a
I know.
little bit. Um but yeah, that's cool. So in case you didn't know and you're watching, or you watched this later and didn't know, on the UI you can click the little time with next to the mini map and it will pause what time of day it is. Now, from my understanding, it doesn't affect like things spawning in. So like I think stars and fireflies and things like that. We should test that, but it should still spawn in the times it's supposed to. But I think it just pauses like the lighting, right? It doesn't pause. Kind of seems like it would pause the time of day, but I think the day still goes on. So like when you unpause it, if it's nighttime, it just goes to
Well, that would
night,
be kind
right?
of if you could just pause it
Yeah,
at
right.
night,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
just
keep it stormy.
constantly rendering stars all the time. Yeah, or just always have like yeah. So I think it's just pausing the lighting, right? So things like that, right? Like think about it. They came up with that concept. How did they figure out? Like how did they map out exactly all that? Hey, we shouldn't have it pause like the time of day. It should just be the lighting because of these reasons why, right? You got to think through things sometimes. You can't just like, oh, we're gonna do a trading system, right? You know, like how do they map it? How do they plan it out? How do they think about it? Like that's what I'm curious about.
You call this?
This is call it down.
Or just
Yep.
pick it up. Press F on it.
Pick it up.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
press
you
F
mean
on
in
it.
build mode?
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Press F and
Yeah,
then press
and
E. Yep.
E. Yeah.
Now hit it. Have to have.
It'd be kind of nice to be able to build with your eyeball, huh? Might be hard, but yeah, I see lots. I think they might be testing this cash product of those developers because it's the same person
Oh, maybe.
gifting the same person 3 times. Yeah, it doesn't sound like one to me either. Like the names that I know of that are developers, it's not either one of them. But who knows? I don't know all of them. Maybe I don't. "24 players have been banned for exploiting." That I'm curious about too. Like, obviously I don't want to exploit, but like,
I don't know of any.
right? Like, what are they trying? There was somebody on Brick Stream a while ago that was like, "Dude, I got banned for like I chopped down one tree with an Emberbane axe and I got banned." It's like, well, sure it wasn't just that, like, because you know how many trees I've chopped down, right? Like, it's gotta be more than how did you get that Emberbane axe, dude? Like how, right?
There's always more.
Right. Yeah. And you know, he kid probably knew that too, right? He probably tried something stupid and didn't get away with it, and there's no, I didn't do nothing wrong. If that's the case, then just if you really care that much, you go on somebody's stream and complain about it. Just get another account, you know, and don't do anything stupid. Well, and all these things are kind of cool to think about too. Like if you're going to be developing because you want to develop a game, you know, thinking about things like how do they test for exploits in games? How do they know? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's something you'd want to know, right? You'd want to be able to see who's trying to exploit your game.
Yeah.
And they have a global message where they've clearly banned people for doing it. So how do they know? But kind of like they show that though.
Yeah.
Because then it's
Sorry,
like,
1 second.
if you try to exploit us and we catch you, this is what's going to happen.
I won't be able to.
That's a very polite way of saying I'm not going to listen to you, so I'll just shut up.
I'm like I won't be able to.
I suggest don't try using that on your girlfriend ever. Just saying. I'm not going to process what you're saying right now. Wait, what?
So screen 2, row 2. Probably shouldn't.
Show what? Your secret sauce?
Yeah, because then they can just.
Well, now you just told them they could do it. Or you just, can't you add something that makes it only so you can do it?
I would have to do it to every single one of those, so no.
Well, dude, get to it.
Not saving it?
What's going on?
Where am I? Does it really do? Oh, it's just you do. Okay.
What did I do?
No, I just hovered over something, and but you made a noise, like something made a noise at the same time, and it showed 10.
Oh,
I was like, wait, what?
oh, I didn't do nothing, dude. I'm like, I just jumped over behind you. That's all I did. And I'm not sure I even have permissions right now, so I don't think so. Oh, maybe I do. Oh yeah, I do, because I just did the F thing. To the elevator.
I have to load the.
Uh-oh. Do you want me to log off?
Oh.
You sure? I can log off for a few minutes. I don't mind.
You logging off probably.
Is it still broadcasting? Because last time it crashed when it logged in.
But it didn't save.
That's why I'm asking.
In here.
Interesting. Well, that's all I'm saying, because I know last time you tried logging in and it crashed because it was broadcasting. So I can log off.
I have a feeling I know what's happening, and it's really annoying because there's a glitch where every single time you load in, the logic blips on.
Oh, so like the reason why I keep getting sent jars every time I log in
is because it blips. And if it's doing that, it's blipping and resetting my entire screen.
And that could be why it was off that one time, you think?
I can guarantee you.
Well,
because I don't have the screen anymore.
Well, you tell me. I'll log off if you want me to log off. Okay.
That's like actually the one thing I...
Okay. That's the one thing, huh? So anything else? Good.
Because I was loading it at the same time, so if you logged off, you probably... It was loading a base and...
Oh my gosh, there's 2 cryptics. What is going on? Who is this imposter? Oh, buddy. Oh, whoa. Interesting.
That's all I wanted. It did that.
So that's expected then?
Yep.
This other screen. The screen you just finished.
What's not?
Okay, but the 2 black spots are expected that you have? Just
black?
making sure. Yeah, it's like...
I'm displaying on one column. That's what...
Well, I'm just looking at the image on the outside, and it's...
Is it just a continuous image going up on one column?
No.
Could be, because that's what I saw.
I see the image is...
Yeah, one column continuous all the way up to the top. Right here.
Oh, yeah, but there's multiple columns.
That's what I mean. Is it just one? Because right now there's going to be 2 continuous.
Well, Well, but I guess what I meant was it's more than just one column. Only one is going all the way to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the yeah.
So that's expected then. Okay. All right. When you're ready to, I can. Well, I guess you're gonna have to send it from the other base, right? The image, or as you fix it here, is it just gonna show up?
No, it'll show up. I just
Okay. I was just gonna say I'm standing outside looking at it, so if you want me to like verbally confirm anything, just let me know.
and just come on. Don't crash. Crashing.
Uh-oh.
That is like
Did
a
we all
very
crash?
yes. That's very
Yeah.
infuriating.
Yeah.
We can only have 2. Oh yeah, no. But no one's gonna have an empty. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this server's like not liking it at all. Did I crash? Oakland? Don't tell me I did that. It gave me a weird error message. See if it does it again. I'm hoping it's just that server that's freaking out. Because I don't know how I could have failed to connect to the game. ID 17 connection attempt failed. Code 2. Error code 279. Yeah, it's saying server problems. Network or server. And it's not, I know it's not network because we're streaming. There it is. Yeah, it was that server. Okay. I'm okay with that. If it was the entire... I don't think it wouldn't. Yeah. I just didn't know if it was like clustered together. We're good. We haven't had that much. We just know how to crash one server. Be a little bit more impressive if we could crash the entire Oaklands. I'm not gonna try it, but still be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Think I can load back here. Roblox is frozen, but it'll be good in a second. Hopefully.
Do you want me to log in?
Nope, not right now, please.
Okay.
I'll tell you when. When I can respawn up here. Maybe.
Do we want to end at 5:30?
I kind of want to get this done though.
Okay.
So.
Oh, like the screen, yeah. Well, I don't. It's still. I guess it's only 10 minutes away. Yeah, whenever we get the screen done, we'll end.
All right.
I know you gotta get ready for work and stuff, and a few things I want to do too. Got a busy meeting day tomorrow. Pretty much all day, back to back meetings. Yeah. Camel says hi. Hey, buddy. You miss brother, huh? Yeah. He looked at me like, whoop. I know that name. You miss him, huh? Yeah. I'm about to. Should I load in with an empty base? Let me try that. I'll just load in with like. I have the cube home. It's only 0.5. Let's just load in with that. I don't know what's on it. It's only 0.5 MUB or whatever. Oh, this was the cannon base that we ended up making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cube home.
Well, I think we did it. Yeah. I'm not. I think this was the base that I was gonna log into while you're on the cube. My cube home. And I was just gonna keep it a small little base because I didn't want to affect much. So I'm actually, let me check out what's on this. But yeah, I'm on here. If you want to try loading in the remote base, or you want to wait, but there's not a whole lot. I mean, there is some stuff, but it's pretty much.
I
got a lot of
swear, if
classic
it's
stuff
doing
on there.
this, okay, that's like really annoying.
Is that so? Is that what's happening? You
Yes,
think?
it's blipping it. Like, that's like another thing that's gonna make me not want to be on this face, because every single time I'm gonna need to load it from another base.
At least to start, right?
Every single screen that we want to display is gonna need to be loaded this way.
I mean, you're pretty efficient putting those little wires in there, though.
No.
I'm looking at the stream. You'd done it. It was just a few seconds ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can't see what you're doing, so I look up at the stream every now and then to see, but obviously it's, I'm seeing it in the past. Or yeah.
I'm getting rid of the ability to reset memory block 1.
Okay. You know what? We've shot things across the map. We've never really shot marbles.
They're out. No, they were out because Logic was out.
No, they've been out for a while, yeah. But it's just not something we've ever. But I was thinking that would be something that would be a good one to use for like that golf game I was talking about. Because it does roll too. So like it rolls pretty well, and like some of the other things eggs, I don't think they roll very well, and stars don't either. And I'm wondering if the marble can, like, if we can. Another thing I wanted to try the marbles with is, you know how we, like, whenever we build a cannon, we can't really build it to look like a cannon, because. But I think maybe the marble we could have it come out of a tube because of how small it is and round. So I think we can be more accurate that way. But we'd have to test it out. So anyway. That'd be kind of cool to build a little golf game that we could just pick areas around the map and teach people how to build a little marble cannon or whatever, the golf cannon. And we could just, whoever gets closest gets, we keep score somehow. I don't know how we do it, but it'd be kind of fun to try it.
These look fun. One that's at like the.
It's gonna be kind of cool though. But now it's been a long time coming, but one of our goals was to get the 2 screens done, because from an angle you can kind of get the idea of what the cube would look like, right? I mean, obviously our goal is to get the whole thing done, but milestones, right?
I did this.
Keep saying C4 and you might have FBI knocking on your door. So far, it seems pretty stable with this. I wish we had another person to load in an empty base. Kind of cool to see if we can test it with how many people can be in on empty bases. If we can have all 8 plots and still have the cube, as long as everyone has empty bases, that would be cool. Or a very small base, right? Because obviously mine's not completely empty.
Alright, I'm trying to figure.
It's alright. I'm just talking and watching the screen for when you do solve it. Cryptic smashing his face up against some logic, or was a few seconds ago. I always think it's funny, like when you're trying to see all the wires and you gotta like mash your head up against the logic.
One of these cases.
It's not like the other. Maybe it didn't get connected right.
Oh no. Playing that?
No. Do you have to resend it over, or? Just make sure you're moving your other account too. It hasn't been. Well, I just don't want to log out and crash. Yes, if that's because what happens.
Oh.
No.
That was my understanding. Very wrong. You know what I'm looking for? There's a dead line of pixels.
Oh, I thought you were trying to fix the whole square block that's missing. No.
Yeah, it's working. Okay.
Okay. Well, I thought you were trying to fix that whole black spot.
All right.
Such a cool shot right here where I'm standing because the moon's in the background of the cube. Kind of cool.
Remind me when it's.
Yeah. Try to. Should be probably like another hour or so, or well, another minute, I guess. It's getting light out. I'd give it a little bit. I think probably around like the 6:30 time is probably a good time.
Wait until. I guess they can works.
What's up? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all it does. It just pauses the light. Just pauses the sun.
Logic's kind of.
Yeah. At least this project. On a massive scale, ×4. Right? I mean, just one screen's a massive scale, and then you multiply it by 4.
Pretty sure like each row of the clusters of pixel look like.
Yeah. Yeah. 20 minutes per row times, you know, times
20
4,
times
right?
24 times 4.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I mean, also what's cool about this base is, you know, the time. I wonder how many hours we have into it when you load it back up. Yeah, it tells you how many hours you have on each base. Like my old base, I have like over 600 hours on it.
Yeah.
It's when you pick your the base you want to load in.
Oh yeah.
The little cards, it says on the cards how big your base is, I think, and how many hours. Maybe not how big your base is, but how many hours, definitely.
That's how big your base is.
That's up. Well, but that, I think, isn't that when you're when you're.
No.
Oh, maybe it's on that screen. Yeah. Well, the whole screen's showing, bro. Oh no, it's not. I was looking at the wrong one. Never
The
mind.
whole screen shouldn't be. But
I was looking at the wrong one. I got excited. I was like, "Whoa!"
most of it should be.
That's the whole square is still gone. But yeah, 3/4 of it, I guess.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a square now.
Well, whatever you want to call it, rectangle.
Is there anything missing on that one that I just put on?
I don't see anything missing.
No. Okay.
No. So it's row by row then? Okay.
2, 4. 7, 12, and then I won't be able to do these. 2. Don't.
So you doing rows or columns right now? Should I expect to see a column? I'll figure it out when you light this one up.
Expect to see it already updating. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh. Okay, well, there's a few pixels that are off, but... It's. I'm not sure. It's. Well, they look the same. The only time it changed is like a whole row, like a whole. There was like 4 or 5 in the same row that went
Yeah, but
black.
is this one the weird pink one?
It's the row that the weird pink one is
Yeah.
on. Yeah, yeah.
The weird.
No, no, you got rid of 2 black ones. It's to your left of the very last one you turned black. It's 3 to the left of that. On your left. Should be your left.
I'm gonna have to help.
What do I like from out here? Yep.
I have a feeling I know what's going on. Are the ones next to it are completely white, correct?
So all around it's completely white except for the one to the very left of it. Oh, so that's a row below it.
So it's this one. So is this
So basically, yeah,
part
yep.
of the pink one?
So that was the pink one you just made it black. And the one next to it, to the left of it, is black as well.
They're all black, right? Like they all just.
Oh,
they're all
both
black?
those 2 are black, and then the one at the top is black. Now they're all missing pixels are black. Yeah. It's weird seeing the elevator go up and down with nobody on it. From my here, it just goes up above it. It's like nobody on it. You're like, what's going on?
Like,
All right, so you fixed that one. Yep, and then the one next to it was the pink one. No, that's good. So now if you go like 4 to the right and all the way to the top is the pixel that's
yeah,
dead.
well, that one's gonna be easier to figure out.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy.
Because it's just not connected. I can already tell you that. That's what's gonna happen with it.
Nice. 2 screens done, bro. Heck yeah.
Is it on? Oh, it's this one, right?
There might be one other thing we need to fix too. I'll point it out after this. Stay up top there. Because we said this one was going to be easy, and it's like, oh, really? That's why. Keep saying it, Caden.
Oh, it's done.
I don't see it. Still black. Nope. Yep. Well, that's, yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. So, one other thing I think we need to fix, if you look out, you know the little border, like the edge that you put around it?
In white.
Yeah,
All over.
yeah, yeah. Just thought I'd point it out.
I'm gonna go do that right now.
Other than that, it's looking good. Heck yeah. This is such a cool little project. I don't know. I think it's super cool. I don't care if anyone else does. I think it's super cool. And just the fact that you, like, you know, made it possible with your logic magic. No.
Is the pixel all the way at the top correct?
No. It's black still.
What? Oh.
Well, I don't know how, but it is.
That's weird. Could be working. Literally connected. You can see it connected.
Yeah, the corner ones. Huh.
Connected.
Nope.
What?
Still black. For reals. Maybe it's a
Is it
faulty LCD.
being all...
Oh shoot, do you have an axe?
Nope.
Ah, it's a lightning tree over here.
Or did you not spawn?
I know. I have. Oh, I guess I'm wearing my fusion coil. I'm like, why is it driving like this? I don't know. Let's see what kind of axe I have. I probably have one, but it's not a very good one. Rusty axe. Well, let's go see if I can get it. Takes one hit with the other axe. It shouldn't take too many with this.
You won't be able to.
Oh, the rusty axe, really? Ah, progression stuff, huh? All right, so
Is this the? Can
that's
you help me with this though? Is that the middle of it, or
uh,
is there like a black spot?
yeah, the line has gotten bigger.
Why not? But is there a gap?
No,
I had to do that.
yeah, I don't think I have an axe over here too. Oh, the Sakura sword. Will that work? It's weird. I have one of those, but that should
Just
work, right?
really annoying. Like insanely annoying, actually. How did I do this before? I'm gonna need you to help.
I can't remember. Hold on. Like from just looking at it.
From going in here and up, hitting this elevator.
Dude, I don't. Sakura sword's not working either.
It should. One of the best swords.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just. That's weird. It wasn't, and then it just did. Like I could see it like showing 100%, but then it wasn't chopping anything. All right.
They don't.
Well, fine then. Do you need my help inside, maybe, or like, excuse me, or what I was doing before?
Tell me if I'm
Oh,
missing
my like.
this one.
Okay, my eyeball was not liking me for a minute. Oh, you need my help with the elevator. That's what you need.
No, I don't. I need you outside. Now.
Okay. I am. I'm out here.
How's the
That one
black
looks
spot?
good. That one looks good. That one looks good. And that one looks good. Oh, no spots. Nope. Nice job.
And final touch.
What, to resend it? Oh.
Actually, I could do this.
So either way, it's a productive screen. We got this, or a stream. We got the second screen done.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, stream it. I want to show you the. Well, I guess maybe you can't. Like as you turn it on and off, I want to show the screen loading.
So, ready?
Yep.
So, stream one. Boom.
Looking good. That's so cool.
I might be able to.
And we have the ability to. We don't have the ability to easily change the border, do we? Thing you were just working on. Change the color of it.
Not super easy. Why?
I just think for some images, it would be nice to have the black border, like the.
Why is it doing that?
Doing what?
Like, if I do screen 2 reset, watch. Bye. Oh, it didn't come back this time. It was just being weird. Yeah, it comes back, see? But I'm on
Oh, interesting.
screen 3.
Huh.
I think it's fixed.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now come out here and like light it up while you're standing out here. Yeah, like from the because I want like as you're looking at it, because you know, I just think it would look good on the stream. There you go.
Boom.
That's cool. That's so cool. We're really not that far from completing this, dude. We got 2 screens left.
A lot of work.
It is, but now we got 2 screens done. It's like we gotta at least prioritize it a little bit, right? Like every now and then put a couple hours into it here and there.
Yeah, but it's.
Yeah. We gotta show Brick though. I want to show him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it would be cool to show him with like something of him on it. Let's see, what's his
Brick board.
or just like his logo. It just has that wooden brick thing. It just says brick on it. It's like is it a brick with a brick? Brick with brick in it? I can't. It's too small for me to see there. But anyway, maybe a brick with like brick written in it or something. That'd be cool.
I'm just thinking like a brick border.
Like a brick border? Yeah.
Like, well, not a brick border, but bricks on it.
A brick, yeah, yeah. Well, because his logo looks, at least on Discord, it looks like above his head. It's hard for me to see it, but like above his head, it looks like it's a brick with like the word brick. Right. So we could do something like that, maybe, or just put a brick.
I might be able to spell brick out.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll come up with something. Pixel art, so you're gonna, there's that. It's working. So cool. we got to get it working 100%, and then that's when we can like see if it's like the biggest logic project. Because you got to kind of combine the two bases, right? Because I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of logic, a lot of wires, a lot of money spent. Yeah. All right. Well, we're getting to that time, right? Yep. Well, we'll plan another one here when your next few days off.
Well,
Probably be a week or so. Oh, really? You going out of town or something?
My mom's and mother's.
Well, but it's. Do they fall on the same day this year? I know
Day.
sometimes they get. Okay, I know sometimes they do. Well, cool.
Sweet.
Well, I got stuff I got to work on anyway. So I got like certifications I got to do, and I got websites I'm building, and so. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening to us ramble on about logic, or at least him rambling on about logic. My curiosity on how the developers and typical developers do things. It's how my brain works. I like that kind of stuff.
Nope. Works. Logic is how my brain works.
Yeah, well, mine too. Mine is more like web-based, like development kind of logic.
Yeah.
I'm not so good with the game logic, but that's a lot of it's just I haven't really. You've been playing this kind of stuff for years, so. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're good at it. I'll grind for money, come up with cool ideas, and you can make them happen.
On this.
All right. Well.
Scale?
Yeah, and this is a pretty big scale. We don't always have to be this big.
But.
Yeah. Thank you for anyone joining us. Yeah, we got half the cube done, I guess, is the way. I mean, technically more than half, but half of the visual aspect of the cube is done, right? So that's cool. Should I emote? Oh, okay.
You look at this.
Should I go? Should I go put the elevator down? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That. Did?
No.
All right. Well.
Sorry, I'm watching it. It's a few seconds behind, so.
Well, I see it on mine.
Oh wait, the stream I was looking at got paused somehow. Huh. Was it where the screen went away and came back up?
No,
Or are you looking at the logic, all the wires? Okay.
But
yeah, that
was fun.
That is a cool shot.
It was fun.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining, and if you watch it later, thank you.
Like and subscribe.
Join our Discord.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. We'll try to play them out so you guys have a little bit of notice. But sometimes we just jump on. It's just our schedules. That's kind of what it allows. So catch you next time. Thank you for your time.
We'll see you.
See you.
Done.
Sweet. Nicely done. I didn't think we were going to get anything done on